All right. Gervonta Tank Davis looking all kind of like a superstar last night in Baltimore. Baltimore was on fire. Absolutely excellent fight, man. I'm looking forward to him and Lomachenko. I think the time is now for Tank and Lomachenko. Let's talk about that in this video. All right. Welcome back to the channel, subscribers. If you are not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon. Also, again, thank you to everybody on the Patreon page for your support. And also, if you've not noticed, we do a lot of work over there talking about Neely Fuller Jr. and a lot of his work is being removed from YouTube. So if you'd like to hear the breakdowns with this great intellectual, please check out the page on Patreon for Boxing and Business and Politics. I think you'll enjoy it. Also, shout out to everybody that supports on Cash App, Venmo, and the super chats and the live streams Monday through Friday, and OG Boxing Talk on Sunday mornings. Let's get into this. Gervonta Tank Davis. Look, there can be a lot of criticisms given of Gervonta Davis in this fight. Okay, Gervonta Davis fights this guy Nunez. Just a whole nother level of fighter from this guy Nunez. Seriously, man, just a different level of fighter. So I can see why somebody would say, look, Fanon, you're talking about Lomachenko and Gervonta Davis. This guy Nunez was somebody that, Gervonta Davis was supposed to blow out. Lomachenko is a whole different level of fighter. And I think that all of that is true. At the same time, I think people who are familiar with this channel will know that I have been at times very harsh critic of what Gervonta Davis' actions outside the ring, from him getting arrested for this fight or that fight, or, just kind of talking crazy and doing all those, doing the stuff that kids do, really, honestly. He's 23, I think he's 24 now, 24 years old. And me being the old grumpy old man that I am, I look down my nose at young men doing a bunch of stupid crap, especially somebody that is as talented as Gervonta Davis. But when I look at Gervonta Davis in that ring, I'm telling you, man, I think that is a special fighter. There was one move that this dude did in particular that I was just like, wow. He came underneath the punch. And I have to look back at this replay. This is a mega talented fighter, man. That's a mega talented athlete. This cat ducked a straight, I think it was a straight right hand, or he ducked a jab straight hook. By the time he ducked underneath the jab and came back around and was up and hit this dude with a straight left hand, the guy's jab didn't get back. It was lightning quick how quick he got from this spot to this spot. And the first round, it was obvious that, they were feeling each other out a little bit. Nunez, forgive me if I'm saying the guy's name. Nunez was trying to come forward a little bit, trying to press the fight. Realized pretty quickly, man, that was a recipe for getting knocked out. Gervonta Davis in the second round just walked up to the guy like, I'm getting you out of here. Just walked straight in, slipped about 3-4 punches, hit him with a bunch of big shots. The guy was looking, got him under, Nunez got him down. It was hilarious. Looked up, put this little cocky look on his face like, like this little dude, and then knocked the dude and got knocked out right with that smug look on his face. Man, I think the world of Gervonta Davis' talent, man. I tell you this again and again and again. He really reminds me of Aaron Pryor. And as many discipline problems as Gervonta Davis has had in the past, they're nowhere near on the level of the problems that the Hawk had with the drug use and people ducking him and not being willing to get into a fight with him. But this, to me, man, seems like the second coming of Aaron Pryor, and I'm extremely excited to see what this guy's going to do. I don't think that there's anybody at 130 pounds who has the skills or the talent to touch this guy. And that definitely includes Tevin Farmer, who was fighting in the same night, whose fight started. It was hilarious. We were in the live stream because we covered the fight on a live stream discussion. By the way, if you're not subscribe to the channel, come by the live stream discussions that we do. We were chopping it up. We're a bunch of mature men chop it up while we watch the fight, talk about the fight online at the same time, just have a real good community conversation about the boxing match. But somebody was joking, and forgive me for not remembering who the subscriber was that was joking. He said, I bet you money, Fanon, that this fight, that the Tank Davis fight ends before the Tevin Farmer fight. And Tevin Farmer was already in like round number 5. So they came out, Gervonta Davis fought the full fight, knocked the dude out in the second round. Then I went back and watched the rest of the Tevin Farmer fight. But Tevin Farmer, just having watched that fight, man, Tevin Farmer don't want none of that, man. Tevin Farmer doesn't want any of that. Tevin Farmer, the best thing Tevin Farmer is going to be able to do is maybe go 7 rounds until Gervonta catches him. And I think Gervonta Davis, as long as Gervonta Davis is willing to go to the body, I don't really think that Tevin Farmer is going to have much chance with him at all. I don't think Miguel Berchelt has much chance with Tank at all. And Ito, definitely not Ito at 130. Gervonta Davis is one of the guys that really and truly can unify his weight division, because I think he's just head and shoulders above the rest of the 130, heads and shoulders above the rest of the 130-pound champions. And he also can stay there, man, because this is the second fight in a row that he didn't have any weight problems coming into the fight. I think he came in at like 129 and a half. He didn't look too drawn at 129 and a half. Yeah, I think he came in like 129.5. Man, he looked good to go at 130 pounds. He looks like he can stay at that weight. Now, obviously, the big fight that people want to see there's a lot of people want to see the Tevin Farmer fight. If you recall, there was a big blow up between the two of them maybe 2 years ago before Tevin Farmer took the fight, became the IBF champion. I think it was, who did he beat? Ogawa? I can't remember the name of the guy he beat for the IBF title, but he wins the IBF title. This is well before Tevin Farmer became the IBF champion. So that's a good fight. Obviously, Miguel Berchelt is a good fight. Miguel Berchelt is the fight that I really would like to see next. But Miguel Berchelt, look, man, I don't think Miguel Berchelt's going 8 rounds, man. As soon as Miguel Berchelt decides that he wants to sit down and wants to fight with Gervonta, he's just gonna get torn up. There's too much power, there's too much speed, there's too much skill. His defense, one thing that is so underrated about Gervonta Davis is his defense. It is very, very hard to hit that young man. And honestly, man, his skill set looked better this fight than it did last fight. And I'm talking about his skills. I'm not talking about the level of competition. Obviously, this guy was somebody who was going to get rolled over. But personally, I think that they're all going to get rolled over. Lomachenko is the question. I'm telling you, if they wait 1 year, and one good fight, maybe 2 good fights for Tank, Yuriokas Gamboa, and Berchelt, Yuriokas Gamboa, Berchelt, Tevin Farmer, a Yuriokas Gamboa, Tevin Farmer fight, and Tank moves up to 135 pounds. Man, I'm telling you, Vasyl Lomachenko is going to I don't think Vasyl Lomachenko is going to be able to beat him. And the thing that gets the reason why I don't think that Lomachenko is going to beat him is because of Gervonta Davis's, because of his ability to fight in close and his defense. And also something that I noticed in the fight that took place on the undercard of Gervonta Davis versus Nunez, which was the fight between Miller, and I always mess up his name, is Ladarius Miller and Jerzel Corrales. Corrales being the former 130-pound champion, the 130-pound WBA champion. He lost his belt, I do believe, to Alberto Machado when he lost it on the scale. And then after that, the fight was demoted to a fight with actually, I think it was demoted after. I have a feeling it was demoted when that Machado was demoted to the regular champion after Gervonta Davis, when Gervonta Davis fought whoever the guy was that he won the belt off. But that's a whole nother discussion. But that's who Corrales is. In that fight, you saw a southpaw matchup. which was it was confusing and awkward for both of them. And I don't know, I'll have to go back and look at the last time that the Vasyl Lomachenko fought a southpaw. There can't be that many fights that he fought a southpaw because, hey man, he only got 12, 13. He's only got 13 pro fights. So he couldn't have fought too many southpaws. You know, it's too many southpaws in the pro. But I think that's an awkward fight for him, which is why, I mean, it's an awkward fight, a southpaw and a southpaw matchup. That's why I think Tevin Farmer, the fight between Gervonta Davis versus Tevin Farmer, will say a lot about the Lomachenko fight. But look, Gervonta Davis did what he's supposed to do. I'm telling you, man, this kid is super talented. I'm super excited about him. Not just what he did in the ring, but the way that he's handled himself in this training camp outside the ring. He just didn't get involved in any type of nonsense. He made his, he made the weight. He fought at home. He fought in his hometown under pressure in front of his home crowd, handled it well. I mean, I think things are looking up for him. And I'm telling you, man, when it comes time for Gervonta Davis and Lomachenko, expect Gervonta Davis to win that fight. And for other reasons as well. Bob Arum ain't going to try to make that fight as long as Lomachenko can fight somebody other. Tank is extremely, the power, the speed and the defense and those skills in the southpaw stance it's just ugly. Anyway, it is what it is. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.